These are the strange characteristics of people who are mentally abused by narcissists. Today, we'll explore the nuanced characteristics of individuals who have endured mental abuse from narcissists. These traits can have detrimental effects on the individual and their future relationships. Human behavior is a complex interplay of various internal and external factors, constantly evolving like the shifting tides in the ocean. While positive changes can occur, behaviors stemming from mental abuse tend to manifest negatively. In this video, we'll delve into 10 subtle traits exhibited by those who have undergone narcissistic mental abuse. Let's get started. Trait number 1. A lack of self-control. The mind, being the central control of every person, regulates thoughts and actions. Mental abuse often targets this control, causing parts to become disobedient. Victims may struggle to restrain emotions, desires, and impulses, resulting in regrettable words and actions. Trait number 2. Pessimism. Victims of mental abuse often develop a negative outlook on life, living with a sense of hopelessness and constant doubt. This outlook extends to the past, present, and future, with suspicions arising even in positive situations. Degradation from mental abuse leads to undervaluing one's capabilities and feeling failure, fostering pessimism. Trait number 3. Inactivity or slackness. Individuals who have experienced mental abuse may lose interest in activities they once loved, leading to inertia and lack of motivation. Even with time and resources, they may display unwillingness to work due to a pessimistic outlook and a perceived lack of value in their productivity. Trait number 4. Unsettled calming. Anxiety induced by narcissistic abuse causes victims to exhibit unsettling behavior, appearing jumpy or fidgety. Constant negative thoughts and overthinking can lead to physical manifestations like nail biting, foot rocking, and finger tapping as a coping mechanism. Trait number 5. Vengeful. Mental abuse, being a harrowing experience, often prompts victims to exhibit vengeful behavior in response to the abuser's malevolent actions. Accumulating grievances against the abuser, victims harbor the hope that justice will be served and the tables will eventually turn. This desire for retribution intensifies, especially when dealing with narcissists who project a sense of supremacy. Victims, weary of constantly catering to the narcissist's whims and enduring their demeaning treatment, yearn to reclaim control. Inability to enact revenge on the narcissist may result in a lingering vengeful nature, with victims unwittingly directing their anger toward those around them. Before we proceed, I'd like to remind you to subscribe if you haven't already. About 80% of you haven't. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Your support means a lot. Now, let's continue. Trait number 6. Diminished self-confidence. Enduring mental abuse is a deeply distressing experience that can evoke feelings of embarrassment, weakness, inferiority, and vulnerability in victims. The fear of judgment or criticism leads victims to conceal their traumatic experiences, perpetuating a cycle of appearing weak and vulnerable. Abusers, through repetitive mental attacks, undermine the victim's self-confidence, instilling damaging core beliefs that persistently erode their sense of self-worth. Trait number 7. Recklessness. Psychological studies define recklessness as a state of complete carelessness resulting in an inability to meet one's own needs and those of others. Mental abuse induces impulsivity and recklessness in victims, often cultivated during a prolonged period of control by the abuser. Codependency may develop as the abuser creates a psychological dilemma, making any independent choice seem destined for negative outcomes. This abuse-induced recklessness hampers the victim's ability to make sound decisions. Trait number 8, irrationality. Irrational behavior involves discarding logic in decision-making, reacting without substantial reasons, and displaying exaggerated emotions. Mental abusers dismantle their victims' logical reasoning by implanting destructive and judgmental core beliefs. These beliefs distort the victim's perception, leading to irrational behaviors driven by a sense of worthlessness imposed by the abuser. Facing judgment for something they are not intensifies the feeling of being attacked. Trait number 9, excessive compliance. Compliance involves adjusting one's behavior to conform to the requests or directives of others. Overcompliance signifies an exaggerated adherence to these requests, where individuals comply even when they have the option to refuse or lack the capacity to do so. Victims often become overcompliant as a coping mechanism to prevent further abuse or maintain relationships with their abusers or others. Trait number 10, anxiety and depression. Victims of mental abuse often experience prolonged feelings of anxiety and depression. The draining impact of mental abuse leaves lasting emotional scars that surpass physical injuries. Mental abuse, often delivered through a single damaging word, has a profound and enduring effect, especially when the abuser is someone the victim cannot distance themselves from. The constant anticipation of further abuse contributes to a negative mindset, leading to anxious and depressive behavior. Seeking professional help is crucial for those grappling with these emotions. If you or someone you know identifies with these traits and is struggling, seeking professional guidance and support is vital. Healing is possible, and a brighter, healthier future awaits. We appreciate your engagement and presence. If you found this information valuable, consider subscribing and giving us a thumbs up. Your support motivates us to provide essential insights and build a supportive community. As we conclude this enlightening journey, remember that your well-being matters. You possess the strength to overcome and thrive. Thank you for being part of this transformative experience. Until next time, take care and stay resilient.